Okay, this might make some people mad. So if you are on the leave the NICOLA BULLEY family alone train, you might not want to watch this one, and I understand that. But NICOLA just got the last laugh, in my opinion, because they had it in their minds to make it look somehow, some way, like this is this woman's fault. And I came across this article, and it's on the Mirror UK. And this isn't meant to be a joke, but I do feel as though it's NICOLA having a laugh, and I had to share it because you'll understand in a second. And then, so I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to pull like a password from her to see if I'm understanding it correctly. So the Mirror writes, and I'm going to post a screenshot of it just in case they change it, because it is ironically a very funny typo. Not typo, I guess typo. Yeah, typo. NICOLA BULLEY's partner sobs as he says he sent mom 4-word text on tragic day. Now let me just preface this with, I checked other websites and they do have the text differently than the Mirror has it. However, the fact that this is from the Mirror, who is your mirror? Your partner. All the other ones that I looked at, and this is why I found it kind of really funny, like a very lighthearted aha from NICOLA, in my opinion, allegedly, is because all the other ones have them right, but the Mirror has this 4-word text as, and I quote, "Are you lost?" So that's one word missing, which would make it, it's almost like saying you can't trust what he says, because it's the Mirror and it's that. And I know that this is gonna make people mad, but I had to share that because I do believe that they tried to make her look bad in any way that they could. And I don't think that she did this to herself, and that is my opinion. And because that is my opinion, I felt like this was NICOLA having the last laugh, and I honestly felt like I had to share it because that's what it felt like the point of it was. You know what I mean? I don't know. If it's for you, it's for you. If you're mad, you're gonna be mad. There's nothing I can do about that. But I find it ironic. I find it, I don't know, I find it spot on. It's almost like what the truth and what he says doesn't match up, is what I'm getting. And I know that it's not Paul that wrote the article. I know that it's not him that typed the article. I know that it's not him that put the article out. I'm saying, how else do you expect a spirit to tell a joke? Okay, you gotta like take what you can get. And I feel like that's what this was. Her saying, okay, case closed, I'm gonna have one last laugh. That's what I got from it. And the password, natural disaster, and a tornado coming through. A storm coming through. I freaking knew it. Holy crap. I'm just gonna insert the clip.
We encourage people to look at the facts, the evidence which is being heard during the inquest, and the conclusion reached by the coroner, to ignore any amateur views and opinions, and be mindful of the impact words bring. we want to formally say thank you for the support and compassion showed by Lancashire Constabulary, His Majesty's Coroner, Dr Aidley, his team, Sophie Cartwright KC of Dean's Court Chambers, and Terry Wilcox of Hudgell Solicitors. We now need to be allowed time to comprehend all of the events leading up to this day. We ask that you all respect our privacy and this time to let us rebuild and take time to heal. Thank you.
I want to start by saying that first and foremost, my thoughts today are with Nikki's family and loved ones. They have been through the most unimaginable ordeal over the last 6 months, and I can only hope that this inquest in some way will help by answering some of the questions that they had about what happened to Nikki on the January the 27th, and will allow them to start the process of rebuilding their lives as best they can. I would like to thank Dr Aidley for his careful consideration of the evidence.
We're going to listen to that part one more time, because she says rebuilding your lives the best you can, and then ding ding happens. Ding ding, my 2 daughters.
Process of rebuilding their lives as best they can. I would like to thank Dr Aidley.
If that loud noise was still going, you never would have heard those 2 dings that came simultaneously when this woman said about her family rebuilding their lives. I wanted everything to be silent so that everyone could hear the ding ding after the 2 that I want to be able to happily rebuild their lives, my daughters.
By answering some of the questions that they had about what happened to Nikki on the January the 27th, and will allow them to start the process of rebuilding their lives as best they can. I would like to thank Dr.
Some of you aren't going to believe this part, but that's fine. I understand that. I was planning on doing a full reading for NICOLA today, and last night as I was kind of preparing for that, just kind of thinking about how to frame my questions and whatever, that's what I mean by preparing for it, I got this weird feeling about like NICOLA confirming something with like a weather phenomena. And I know that now the tornado came out, it's like, oh, she could just be saying that. I'm not though. And this wasn't a weather phenomena, and that's kind of how I know that that was from her that was going to confirm this, because also today I did a video for Idaho, and it was 2 clips, and the clip somehow got messed up in translation and ended up being on slow-mo for part of it, and then I had to go back and fix it and everything like that. So but it's giving me that same, like the sound in the clip that I just had, the sound of that is the same sound that happened in the Idaho videos this morning, and then the weather thing. But anyway, and you can go back and listen again, but when that sound starts to drown them out is when they're thanking the coroner, and then when it stops as they're saying, let the family rebuild their lives. I mean, I would take that to mean that NICOLA is, although there has not been justice, I don't know. It's this feeling of peace, because if you want to have the last laugh, if you can, I mean, it's not laughing like she thinks it's funny, obviously, but like, I don't know. And just as I turned to the window, a car drove by, and the sound was the same sound as in the clip. Just as I turned to the window, I hope you can hear that because I'm wearing the headphone thing. I never know what can be picked up on that and what cannot. I don't know if you heard that either. As I just said, I don't know what can be picked up on it and what cannot. It said, power off. Release any guilt or blame you may feel. It's not your fault. That to me is her saying the people who care and were invested in this case, it's almost like she's saying you did all you could, and she's happy with, like, I don't know, I keep getting the feeling that, like, she's happy knowing that the people who can see it can see it. She feels like she made a difference and woke people up. I feel like that's what it is. She's like, I see how many people this helped to wake up, so how can I be, I don't know, how can I be, there's like a word and I can't, how can I be stuck in sorrow when I see the difference that this made? And I truly don't feel as though she feels her girls are in danger, and I think that that's why. Irregardless of how whatever happened, irregardless of if it's really right or not, I do feel as though she has this peace, and it's because she doesn't feel as though her daughters are in danger. Maybe she has some kind of plan to, like, shift things so that her daughters are taken care of more in the way that she would like. I don't know. Maybe she knows of something that's in the works or something, or maybe she's just content with knowing that if you can see it, you can see it. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. One more card. I am so happy here, carefree, with no earthly worries. And it's like a little girl in a ballet dress dancing. Okay, talk to you soon.